Hi there, I care and you matter. I'm Shannon and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to share with you my new little progress board or progress bar that I created for myself. I finished my first book. Let me actually grab that and share that with you. Meg and the Tiny Token, which is part of my Tether and Token middle grade fiction book series. And while I was so stoked to work on this, it was exciting to finish it, and I'm already halfway through the second book in the series, life has gotten in the way. And so I needed to find a way to encourage myself to continue that momentum, keep up the writing, and finish the second book so I can jump right into the third book because I'm already so excited about the third book. Yeah. So I want to finish the second book, hopefully in the next couple weeks, at least the first draft. And I needed to find a way to motivate myself. And I've seen people create like what looks like a game board, and then they color different sections off depending on their word count that they complete. I've seen people use those plastic gems that they move to different cups or different glass jars as they finish each chapter. That's great for them. It wasn't going to work for me, and here's why. I'm kind of halfway between a plotzer and a pantser. A plotzer knows the entire book, knows where they're going, knows how many chapters, what each chapter will include. A pantser is somebody who writes by the seat of their pants. I'm somewhere in between. I always have an outline. I work from an outline, but often when I'm writing, new things will happen in the story, and the characters will respond to things differently than I originally planned them to, and so new chapters have to be reintroduced. So I wanted to find a way to plot my progress, but that would work for any book, regardless of how many chapters it grows to be. And so I came up with this, and this is actually on my wall. I pulled it off. I use the Command picture strips. These are like Velcro, they're hook and loop. And so I was able to pull it off my wall to share it with you here because I wanted to walk you through exactly how I did it. This is just a magnet strip that I bought off Amazon, and I think it was like $10. But you could put this progress bar on the wall with tape. You could put it on a regular dry erase board, but this is just what I use because I'd like to have it next to my computer. So again, this is just a magnet board. But how did I make, first of all, why did I make this? These are the steps that are easy for me to track, that I feel like I would see progress relatively quickly that would encourage me. My outline stage. Like I said, I'm somewhere between being a plotzer and a pantser. So I do outline. I have to start, actually my very first step would be ideation. But I didn't include that here because, frankly, there wasn't enough space to put one more. So I just stuck with outline. Next, there's always Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 in my stories. There is Act 1 being the setup, Act 2 being the confrontation, where the protagonist encounters challenges, and Act 3 being the resolution, the closure, the ending. Next, my next step is always editing, making revisions, refining it, and last but not least, my complete. Complete would be layout, cover design. Well, actually, I often do my cover design early because I find that to be inspirational. If I can see what I think the cover should look like, it helps make me gain momentum, and it motivates me to write the story that happens in between those covers, the outside and the front side cover. So complete to me is actually preparing the interior file, finalizing the ebook file, and setting it up on the various different publishing platforms that I use. And that's more information for another video. But how did I make this? Well, the labels, the words, are just written. Honestly, I tried to do it through my printer on clear labels, Avery clear labels. That did not work. My printer is crap. And I was getting so frustrated, and I thought, well, wait a minute here. My label maker, I have a little brother label maker, will print clear labels. And so I thought, okay, that's what I'm going to do. So I printed the clear labels for my different steps, and I found these Post-it page markers. And I just loved the colors. And I thought, oh, I actually saw these in the store, and I was drawn to them because of the colors. They're kind of rainbow, but they're more pastel. And by the way, I got to tell you, another perk, these colors match up to the tank style Sharpie highlighters. Oh, these are my new faves. They are easy to hold, and the color, they match. And so I was so excited about that. But back to this. I printed out my labels and peeled them and stuck them in the middle of each one of these colors. And then I have a little laminator here at home, but you don't even have to laminate them if you don't want to. Or you could laminate them with clear shipping tape. That would work as well. But I actually just, if you do have a laminator, it was really easy because they are page markers or page flags. One side is sticky. I could stick them in a row side by side by side, and they didn't move when I ran it through the laminator. So that was great. That was easy. And then I cut it down, and this is all one piece. You can see that. And I wanted to find a way to stick it to my magnet board. Yes, I could have used tape. Yeah, I could have used putty, but I didn't. What did I use? I used adhesive magnetic sheets. This was $6. I think it was $5.99. They were on sale on Amazon. I'll leave a link to that below. I'll leave a link to all of this so you can find it if you want it. And I didn't mind investing in this because I actually bought a pack for my son. That's what you saw earlier. I'm picking that up for Christmas. But I'm going to use this for lots and lots of different things. What am I going to use it for? Well, you can cut this with your paper cutter, or you can cut it with scissors, by the way. I just use scissors. And I cut the strips and put it on the back, and then it just sticks great on my little board here. But something else I love about this particular adhesive magnet sheets, and it comes in all different brands. This is just the one I chose because I like the size. It's easy for me to store in my filing drawer, and it's easy to cut and manage if it's small. I like stickers. I like stickers a lot. In fact, let me grab 2 of them. But the problem with stickers is you can peel them and stick them somewhere, and then you can't move them. But if you get stickers you love, you can. This one I actually just laminated and cut out. Be afraid and do it anyway. And I just stuck a piece of the magnet on there. These stickers, I actually peeled the backing off the stickers, a vinyl sticker I found on Etsy, and then stuck it to the magnet sheet and then cut it out. And now this whole sticker is a cute little magnet. Same with this one, turn doubt into do. And so I just, by doing this, my stickers are never ruined, and I can move them around and use them for different things. And so be afraid and do it anyway. I'm constantly struggling with imposter syndrome. And I'm always, I'm writing because I enjoy it. I'm writing it because I have stories in my head, and I just enjoy the process, even if I sometimes lose the momentum. And so I am sticking this sticker here as a reminder to me, keep going. Even though you think that you can't do it anyway, despite how you're feeling. And last but not least, I needed a way to track my progress. Like I said, this is on my wall next to my computer. So this is one of the first things I see when I walk into my little office closet work area. And I wanted a way to be able to see my progress at a glance. And I actually have bought a couple of these now. A few years ago, my husband bought me this for Christmas. It's my favorite color. It's a little typewriter. It's teal with a little heart. And I love it. It's a pen. And if you watched one of my other videos, I'll link it down below. I actually took pliers and wire cutters and popped the pen part of the pen off. It was much longer here. And I actually used Gorilla Glue, permanent fabric glue, and I glued it to a little part of the front of my writing bag. Well, I thought, oh, I love that pen so much. What if I made a progress marker out of that pen? So yeah, I found it on Amazon. Yeah, I spent $8.99 or $9.99. And I don't care because I'm going to be using this for a good long time. And if that's how much I have to spend to, motivate myself to do more, then it's well worth it. So I got this off Amazon, and it's a pin, and I kept thinking, oh, how am I going to turn it into a magnet, right? To stick onto the magnetic strip here, a little magnetic board. And I found a shop on Etsy that sells these little doodads. I don't know what you'd call it, but let's just grab one of them. And let me put it on against a white index card so you can see. All right, so this part of it is silicone. It's kind of squishy. And there is a little hole in the middle and a strong super magnet at the end. And the whole point is you push the pin that you have that you want to turn into a magnet into the silicone, and then it turns it into a magnet. And that was great, and it worked. But I found that it stuck up too far, and I didn't like it. So let me compare it to these. I cut one of them in half. I literally took an X-Acto knife. Oh boy, that's not going to work, is it? You can see here, this one is much larger, or longer, I should say, and this one is much shorter. I took an X-Acto knife and lopped it off. Now, I needed to cut a portion of the pin off as well, and that was really easy. Wire cutters just took part of that off, and then pushed that small post of what was left of the pin into this little doodad. I don't know what you'd call it. There you go. And it makes it stick out far less than it was originally. And I love how that looks, and it's easy for me to just grab and move, and there you have it. Love that. Now, these little doodads are available on Amazon as well. I'll leave a link to those below. But you got a lot more bang for your buck on Etsy. And I liked these because they were blue, which is my favorite color. So I'll leave a link to these as well. These came from Canada, but they're handmade. And the gal obviously does a nice job. But I love how my little progress board turned out. Now we're going to see if this actually improves my productivity or not. But if nothing else, it is an easy way to motivate myself and hopefully try to keep me moving forward through the process. And it doesn't hurt that it's pretty to look at. So there you have it. That is how I created my little progress board or progress chart to help encourage myself in my writing process. And what I like about this is it's not word count driven, which a lot of progress charts are. This is where you are in the process driven. So if you're anything like me and you may not be able to have a specific target word count every day, but you can certainly work on making progress through the book. This might be the kind of progress chart or progress tool that will help you as well. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave me a like if you like this kind of video. Let me know in the comments, and consider subscribing to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. Love to have you as part of our community. Until the next video, I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.